Hello. How are you? Gosh, everybody's on time. Tammy's here. Missy's here. Welcome, everyone. Rachel's here. We got some early people, Rachel. Oop. Just going to take a few minutes. We're kind of early, so wait for some people to come in. I'm hoping Rachel can get her camera on. All right. Thinking it's working. I hope this is working. There she is.
Hi.
Like,
there we go. Sorry. Yeah, I was just meditating for a second and didn't ding me, so I was like, oh, whoops. Okay. It works though. Cool. Oh, hello everybody. Oh,
we're just gonna give it a few minutes for people to come in.
Exactly. Hello, Missy. Hello, Tammy. Welcome again.
Hello, everyone.
I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. It's hump day. I think it's hump day. No? Was that yesterday?
No, today's Wednesday. Yeah, hump day.
Today's Wednesday. It's hump day. Yes, It is.
It's Witchy Wednesday in my group. So, yeah, Witchy Wednesday.
Yes, it is. That's right. Today was Magical Tip Wednesday for mine. That's right.
Isn't it funny how we associate the days with what we name our themes in our group?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I tried to do it according to the different planets that were associated with each one. But then I was like, no, because a lot of the days through the week are super go get it, forceful drive, and then the weekend is usually the resting stuff. So let's add a little bit of the feminine in the middle of the week, and it should be able to help.
I found this thing that it was every day of the week how you're supposed to go and flow with the goddess energies. And it was so fascinating. And I said, this doesn't really work in reality if you're working a 9-to-5 job. But, oh my God, wouldn't it be great if I could strive to that? See, Monday is just recovering from the weekend, and you're just kind of planning for the week. And then Tuesday is when you really schedule your meetings, start moving forward, start planning, start conquering. And then Thursday you kind of slack off. And then Friday you're just kind of like, oh, I'm getting ready for the weekend. So wrapping things up. I was like, man, I want to live that.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, there's so many different goddesses I feel like I would put throughout my day if I could. Like if I was in my ideal world, I would have my cottage with, herbs hanging from the ceiling everywhere, and my giant cauldron in the kitchen with a wood burning stove, and it'd just be Hestia all over the place, and then I would collie dance all over the place, and if I could, but that is for when, it is nothing but prosperity and freedom and money just comes like that.
Hey there. Hey, Rachel?
Yes, Tammy. Hi.
Hi. I just want to let you know, one of my co-work partners in the job I do, you look identical to her. So you have a twin.
There was a thing where apparently in your life there's 5 people in the world that look exactly like you in some kind of way.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those people.
Yeah, she's like, you have the same energy, everything. It's like, I didn't know. And then when you got your hair cut short, it was like, oh my God, you guys could be sisters.
Probably.
That's the best compliment. That's awesome. It is a compliment.
Well, I'm glad I remind you of someone that's super energetic and all over the place like that. I try to be that way. I love it.
Let me see if anybody else is going to show up. If not, it'll just be us.
Which I know I saw somebody else come in. Hello, Molly.
Yep.
On the second page, because I'm on mobile, I see M-A-L-I. I see a Molly on the other page.
Yeah.
That's okay. It can be a quiet little intimate meeting, because I know the people in here so far didn't get to have readings and stuff with us yesterday.
That works out great.
Exactly.
Let me type in the group that we're live now.
Awesome.
If I can do this right.
Chat. Yes, Molly's talking. It's just in chat. So hello.
Okay.
I hope you're doing wonderful. I will check the chat every once in a while, just to make sure.
Let me see if I can do this. Okay. Hopefully everything is good on that end. All right, what is it? 8:34? Yes. 9:34?
Yes, 9:34, 8:34, yes.
Yep, we got another chat. Let's see.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You want to get started?
Yeah, we can definitely get started. So, yesterday, well, actually, yeah, let's do introductions again. Two of you know who we are.
Go ahead.
Exactly. So, hello. I'm Rachel Arazo. I'm of Modron Lotus Garden. I also run Crone Academy. I'm an intuitive tarot reading mentor. That is very theatrical. I've got a degree in theater and directing and acting and ASL, so you'll see me with the hands a lot. Mm-hmm. And very expressive. I like to teach other people how to read tarot in easy, everyday ways without having to memorize keywords, because it's ucky, and just really get in touch with not only everyday tarot reading and divination, but also everyday energy work and chakra work and magic. And if it's easy and simple, then it's perfect for me.
Exactly. And Rachel got a new deck. 2 new decks.
Yes,
today.
I got 2 new decks, and we will use them today. I'm excited.
Good. So we're going to be your guinea pigs from the new decks.
Exactly.
Awesome. So in case you guys don't know me or you're new to me, my name is Susie, also known as Madam Z Tarot. And I am a tarot coach, tarot mentor, and a magical life coach. So I teach women how to bring more magic into their life through witchy stuff, spells, moon stuff, all that good fun stuff. Did I say stuff enough in that sentence?
We need more stuff. We need more stuff.
So, and we are collaborating. We had this brilliant idea that we're going to start a full moon activation circle. So this is kind of just us getting your toes wet, announcing it to everyone, and letting people know what we're going to be doing. We want you guys to be part of that super awesome monthly full moon circle that we're going to be doing. So we just wanted to introduce ourselves, do some readings, and just hang out and have fun today.
Exactly. Cool. Yeah, and give a little bit of info about the moons as well, and because just in case you guys haven't done it before, even the people watching the replay afterwards, you can always comment or shoot us both a message if you have more questions about it. Because every month we have a cycle of 28 days where we go through different moon phases, and each one works with a different type of energy for ourselves. And this month on the 31st, it'll hit it like 1 a.m. here on Mountain Standard Time. So it'll be 2 a.m. over there for Susie. Yeah. But we will be experiencing a blue moon in Libra. So there's a couple things that go into that. We have blue moons, which occur when 2 full moons occur within the same month. We had one on the 1st on March 1st, and then we have another one on the 31st. In Libra, each of the planets move along the 12 zodiacs all up in the sky when it comes to astrology. Mm-hmm. And Libra is all about structure and balance and is ruled by Venus. So that brings in love. And we have a lot of amazing energy happening. So is there anything, I know you had correspondences yesterday, Susie. Is there anything that you can remember that you want to mention that'll happen during the moon?
Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about something a little bit different than I did in the other group, in your group that we talked about. The blue moon for this one is going to be really powerful about getting rid of like poverty. I talked about that. Getting rid of unnecessary bills. And it's a good time to actually, full moon is a good time to like boost energy and to boost spells. And most people are more attuned to full moon or new moon or dark moon. I'm a full moon kind of girl, and I love to amplify my moons. But so if you're working on paying off your debts, paying off your bills, bringing in more money, you want to work with the colors green, which stands for money. So if you want to do like a spell altar or a money altar to, you know, get rid of debt and bring more money in, you want to work with the full moon. And if you want to even amplify it even more, you would pick a tarot card that represents tons of money, whatever that is to you, and stick it on your altar for getting, you know, bringing in more money, get rid of debt, getting rid of poverty. So the full moon just really amplifies it, especially since we're having 2 full moons in March. So yeah, it's really good for working on money spells, bringing in more money. So,
exactly.
Yeah. But you'll be proud of me though, because remember we talked about what our moon signs were?
Yes.
I was like, I know I have my natal chart somewhere. I know I did it. Well, anyways, I found it, and my moon sign is Virgo.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So a Taurus moon and a Taurus sun and a Virgo moon for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm double Taurus.
Oh gosh. Your poor mother.
My mother, I think she's a Capricorn. She's all over the place. She is probably, I need to sit down and do her chart. She probably has more Mercury than I do. It's But,
so does everybody in the group work with the moon energies or know their moon signs or need help with that?
I know Missy and Tammy were talking to us yesterday about theirs, and I know Missy's been doing a lot of chakra work and healing.
Yeah.
As well. Molly, do you have any idea what your sun sign is? That would usually be the zodiac everybody pays the most attention to.
Yes, I'm okay. I might be lagging a little bit. Oh, Gemini, Sun, Cancer, Moon, Leo, Ascending.
Ooh, lovely. Yes, so Gemini, yeah, that's Missy's. And you have no idea what your sun or moon sign is. Go ahead, Tammy.
My sun is Gemini and my moon is Taurus, and I have absolutely no fire signs in my natal chart at all.
Oh.
Okay, so you have the logic and you have the groundedness and the emotion, but getting the fire under your butt is the hard part.
Exactly, and that explains a lot.
Exactly.
She's missing that Queen of Wands energy.
I know, so that'd be perfect for if you ever want to do a vision board for the things that you're lacking or you want to bring into your life. You could easily find an extra Queen of Swords and pop it on the vision board, and that'll really help.
Speaking of vision boards, we're doing the activation on the 31st. So if you feel that you guys want to join the activation group, now is the time to start working on what you want to manifest. So we can pull everything together on the 31st, and you can bring that with you to the Zoom call. And if you have a vision board that you want to work on, bring that with you, even if it's just sitting next to you by the computer or on your desk or on your coffee table. It will still get the activation that we're doing.
Exactly.
So
you guys see, if you watch any of my videos, always behind me, you can see a little picture frame. That's my vision board right there. I have one on my
phone when I get ready. So that way I know what I want to do, what I need to concentrate on and throughout the day, what I'm working toward, and what kind of energy I need to manifest that day.
Awesome. Now, Molly, you had said that you don't know your sun and moon signs. When were you born? Like, what's your birthday? You don't have to say the year if you don't want to say the year.
We don't care. We like everyone.
November 25th. I believe you're a Sagittarius. Off the top of my head, I think I dated a guy around that time period that was a Sagittarius. Let me see.
November 25th.
Yeah. Same day as my birthday, Sagittarius. My brother's birthday.
Oh, cool. So that would mean that's your sun sign, Molly. And then depending on the time and the year that you were born, that'll determine your moon sign, ascending, and all the rest of your birth chart. Because even within... Uh-oh, Susie, you're frozen.
Oh, no, it shouldn't be.
There we go.
It'll come back.
But for when you fill out your birth chart, which we won't go all into that now, we might do that another time for everybody. Like there's the 12 zodiacs up in the sky where we track the planets. That comes into account when it comes to your birth chart. So that declares your ego, your emotions, your personality, how you deal with money, relationships, all that kind of stuff. So if you're a Sagittarius, I've got a thing right here. That's usually why people, when it comes to reading about their zodiacs, they're like, oh, I don't match with my sign. It's because the rest of their chart is all over the place.
Yeah.
Unless you're a double like I am, then it's like, well, that's pretty damn close.
Oh, interesting. Where do I find out how to find my moon and sun sign? Do you have a website that you can lead people to?
I believe so. I'd have to dig it up out of my Crone Academy. I can go do that because I actually have I think it's module 6. We plot your energy cycle using your natal chart. So I can actually do that after this. I'll link it. I'll also link where people can find out the moon cycle they were born on.
That's fascinating to me.
Yeah, because that gives your personality, that gives your energy cycle. So, for example, a lot of the times when people work with the moon cycles, they believe new moon is the low energy period and full moon is the high. But depending on the cycle you were born, it'll be different than that. So, like, I was born on a new moon, so that's my peak energy period, and I'm usually lower on the full. And then it's the opposite for people who were born on the full. So I will link that info too, so then everybody can figure that out, because it's super fun.
And once you get in tune with your body and you actually like journal every day on the moon cycles and how you're feeling and what is going on with the moon, it will amaze you how much our body is attuned to the moon and the cycles of the moon. But you have to pay attention.
Exactly.
If you're feeling low today, if you're feeling high today, if you're feeling like howling at the moon, if you're feeling kind of wonky today, you just want to stay in bed and put your head under the covers, it all will match the moon.
Exactly. I actually, even in my own personal planner, along with my tarot daily draw, I have a giant circle for the rest of this year that I track my energy cycle and how I'm feeling for that day according to the moon cycle. I'll share that too. Yeah. I've got all kinds of stuff.
I was born on a new moon. Missy was born on a new moon.
Ooh, new moon sisters. I love it. Yes. So our energy would sync up a lot easier. And it's funny, when you really get attuned to it also, you'll notice for women especially, our menstrual cycle will match when we're at our low energy period. It'll be, that's when it'll hit, or that's when you're also more likely to hit menopause, as well as at the low energy of your cycle. Yeah. It's super interesting. But we go over all of this in the Moon Sister Activation Circle. So in case you guys don't know what that means, Susie already touched on, we every month wanted to start something where we help women and men, if they want to show up, get more in touch with their cycles with the moon. And every month we have different kinds of moons because the planetary alignments change. Like next month when we do this, Mercury won't be in retrograde, but it will be this month when we do this. And we also wanted to find a way to activate that moon's energy within everybody's bodies. So if you don't know anything from activations, all that does, it kind of jumper cables your energy, your psychic energy, your magical energy, and just zaps you, and it makes your progress happen so much quicker. Yeah. So we wanted to find a way to do both of those and do tarot readings because we're both amazing tarot readers. And we bring so much to the table. So we created this circle. So we're going to be doing tag team tarot readings together where we both sit down with the situation. And for those who get tickets to the event, we sit with you for 15-20 minutes, just like this, where you guys get the calls and everything. And we go over your situation, and then we give you an activation at the very end, and you walk away feeling vibrating and energized and ready to take on the world. Yep.
And Tammy says she was born in New Moon.
Oh, so you...
Man, I feel left out.
Yeah, because you're a waning gibbous, right?
Yeah, waning.
Yeah. So, hey, there's probably some other waning gibbuses in your group.
Yeah.
Or in all the different groups.
Speaking of that, when I first started my practice, learning the moon cycles, I was like, how am I going to figure out what's waxing and what's waning? How am I going to know that? So waxing is when the moon starts moving toward the full moon, and then you hit the full moon, and then waning was your full moon diminishing. So I was like, how the hell am I going to remember that? So my teacher said it's like you take a candle, and when you dip it in wax, you're building the wax on the wick. And so that's how you remember that you're in a waxing moon. And then the waning moon is when you're like diminishing it. So I was like, oh yeah, so that's just a little tip.
That is a really great tip. I haven't thought of it that way. I always thought it was kind of wax on, wax off from Karate Kid. Or it's wax on, wane off. Yeah. But yeah, that actually works as well, especially when people carve candles like we do a lot of the time in magical workings. Yeah. So we put the wax on and then we wane it off. That makes sense.
That's just a little tip.
Awesome.
So let's see. So, hubby is her husband isn't born waning. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. Yay. Yeah. So do you guys have questions so far? I know Missy already has her tickets to come see. Yeah. And Lynn has hers yesterday. She grabbed hers. So do you guys have questions about exactly what the activation will be? Because we talked about we were going to focus it around Libra and bringing in structure. We were going to bring in money and change, especially because we not only have Libra for structure, we have Venus, which rules Libra for love and money. We also have Jupiter retrograde, which brings about money and change and all that kind of stuff. So we have a lot of that. And then yesterday, I think we also said we were going to do the bottom 3 chakras because everybody was having issues with those.
The bottom 3. Now, we're going to be in a retro, right?
We actually are in retro right now. We're in Jupiter retrograde right now, but starting on the 22nd, we will be in Mercury retrograde, which everybody gives a bad rap about Mercury retrograde. But
I might talk about ways that we can protect ourselves from the Mercury
retrogrades.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe. That sounds just fine, because usually with Mercury retrograde, that's when we have issues with communication and technology messes up and misunderstandings and your car breaks down. And
I had to buy a new car battery.
Last retrograde, that was when I ran over a fence post and I screwed up my tire. Yeah. Oh my God. It happens. But yep, that's an awesome idea. We can come up with some we can go over some tips on how people can deal with the retrogrades better.
Yep. Awesome. So yeah, it'll be a whole circle of just magical, powerful circle, and every moon is going to be different. So every meeting is going to be different. Every activation is going to be different. Your readings are going to be different because it's going to change. Your issues are going to be different because it's going to change from month to month. So that's why even though it's a monthly thing, it's going to be totally brand new and, super powerful and moving lots of energy, getting you guys in the right direction, giving you insight. So yeah, it's a great thing.
It is. That on top of that, I know I'm going to make sure that we have a monthly newsletter to give you all the info about the moons and all the things that we'll probably mention throughout the activation. You guys will get a recording sent out, so you'll be able to have your reading tangible for later. If you want to reactivate the activation, we'll make sure that it'll be evergreen, so you can always go back and re-listen to it and get that vamp up again. So plus you get an exclusive group where all of us are together, and you can ask all the questions and talk. You can even Lynn signed up. When she did, she made sure to also get a 15-minute session with just me and Susie, so it's not a bunch of us here all together. It's just me, Lynn, and Susie talking together. So you're able to do that as well. So definitely check it out. After this, we'll put up the links so you guys will be able to sign up and look at all of our information. And even if we run out of spots, you'll be immediately sent to where you can reserve your ticket for next month. That way it's already building up and you never have to worry about missing it, even if it's all booked up.
Yep, definitely. So we got you all covered. Don't have to worry about it.
There's all kinds of stuff, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing.
I just want you to join and get some movement and get out of your rut and get some activation and just come hang out with some cool ass sisters.
Exactly. And I know that we're going to also be using different modalities every month.
Yes.
Because me and Susie know so many different things.
I was thinking, see, and we're divination queens. I swear to God.
Yes.
I can divinate on, dog poo-poo. Because everything, because we're like, oh, I see a sign. Blair's like, shut up, go to bed.
I know what you mean. Because especially because on my side, I've got the intuitive tarot. I do intuitive oracle. I'm learning on Lenormand, and it's getting. First day I pulled it out, I was like, okay, Lenormand, I can do this. And then I also do palmistry. I'll do chakra readings, all that kind of stuff. And then Susie, I know you do goddess energy and tarot. What else do you do? And charms.
Yeah, I've got my charms bag, so we got charms. I do crystals and some runes. I'll pull those. But I got these new ones that I want to use, and you guys are going to laugh at me if you know these. They're called, and I do wax divinations also, and candle divinations and wick divinations, but they're called story cubes. Has anybody heard of these?
I think I have. You roll the dice and it helps you with story generation.
Yeah, and I'm going to use those for divination.
I need to get me some now.
They have little signs on the dice.
Kind of like charms.
Yes. That's going to be my new one that I'm using too. So, yeah.
I like it. So we have all kinds of things. Plus, I've got a pendulum too. We got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So whatever spirit calls to us and tells us what we want to pull is what we're going to pull for you.
Exactly. And I'm actually going to do a little bit of that today with all these different decks in front of me.
So you could get a tarot card with a charm, a tarot card with, a crystal, a tarot card with an oracle card, a tarot card with pendulum. The modality is just off the chart because we're tag teaming both, and we read differently, although we mesh, so we get so many more layers to your reading and a lot of confirmation. Because I think yesterday, didn't we pull one? You pulled the card, I pulled the card, but it was the same card but out of a different deck. So I think so. Yeah, I'm like, well, there's your answer.
Exactly. And then it's wonderful because it stacks, because
Yeah.
we get the general emotion of the reading with a tarot, and then we pop on to the actions you can take with a Lenormand, and then yes or no question with the pendulum, and then you just get so much detail because it's two people taking care of you instead of just one.
Correct. And timing issues, because people want to know, okay, when am I going to expect the change?
Exactly.
When am I going to expect that I can leave my corporate job, or that the man's going to come into my life, or that, you know, my business is going to take off? So we can talk about timing issues too. So really anything.
It's all wonderful.
Yes, definitely. Yes. All right. So, well, now that we got that out of the way, let's start with the fun stuff.
Yes. Who wants a tag team reading?
I'll write
Probably
down
everybody here.
Yeah.
Considering it's a small group, which is working pretty well, actually.
Yeah, because yesterday I think we just ran out of time.
Yeah, we had so many people, and then I've got a little one that I had to take care of, so it was like, exactly. So, go on, Missy.
No, I was just saying I would like a reading whenever.
Okay, I'll get Missy down.
And I believe Molly said that she would like one as well. Tammy, would you like a reading too?
I got Molly down.
Yes, please.
Awesome.
All right, I got everyone down. Missy, Molly, and Tammy. And we'll just go in that order.
Awesome. And we will, if stragglers come in, then we will see if they want some as well. So, Missy, what's up? How are you feeling?
I guess the better question would be what's not up. I could probably let things that are as Rachel knows, I had surgery at the end of the year that I'm recovering from. I'm in physical therapy for that. It's slow going and it's not moving as quick as I would like it to. I'm not a very patient person. That wasn't one of the graces that I was gifted with. But working at it, chipping away at it every day. I ended my engagement 2 weeks ago. And so I'm definitely not looking for love advice. The biggest thing for me in my life right now, other than working through my health issues, is that because I did end my engagement, I am in the process of trying to relocate myself. So I'm trying to find someplace to move. So that's my most pressing issue, and I would like to have that happen by the end of the month.
Okay. Which deck are you using today, Rachel?
I'm using the Lenormand first, and then I feel like for this one, I'm going to do the Spirit Song. Okay. I'll flip between that and the Tattoo Tarot, depending on how the question is.
Okay.
I love the Spirit Song deck. I'm a big animal lover. I'm a vegan, so yeah, I love it.
It's very fun. I love it. So, especially when it comes to stuff like this, where it's kind of like you have a mix of everything that you're dealing with. So, what I've got here, first of all, I have your best friend popping up because I have the dog. So finding solace, I know he's adorable, I love it. But finding solace in your best friend is really going to help, especially with everything you're going through, not just the surgery and it not moving as quickly as you want it to, but they'll also help you heal faster, because even though we say kind of jokingly laughter is the best medicine, it really is, because the more you feel good despite your circumstances, the quicker your body can heal, because it has more energy and it vibrates faster. You have been through a lot of trial, because I got the whip here. So talking to someone close by, of your friend or a loved one, is really going to help you. And then keeping in mind that you don't just have two choices here. You don't have to feel like you're trapped. As long as you do something, especially in terms of taking care of yourself, you're going to be on point. And you're going to heal even faster. It's when you just sit there and get upset and kind of let everything fester, that's when it causes some issues. Does that make sense?
Definitely. I've definitely had that feeling of being trapped because now that, it was a big thing. I don't want to get into it. It was a huge thing, but I definitely need to leave. And so I've been actively trying to find a place to relocate. It hasn't gone as quickly as I would like. Granted, it's only been really 2 weeks that I've been going after it, but it's I definitely have that feeling of being trapped. It's an awkward feeling when you're in that situation where you need to leave. So
yeah.
Well, I feel like, at least timing wise, by the 18th or the 22nd of this month, because those are the numbers that are popping up here, you should be given at least 2 choices of where you could go. So keep doing what you've been doing and keep looking and keep putting it out there, and it'll show up. A healthier place for you to be will show up.
Thank you.
You're super welcome.
So let's talk about what I've got. I'm using my Everyday Witch Tarot and some other decks. I got this. That's the back of mine. This is my workhorse deck. I use this deck all the time. But we've got for you is the Hanged Man. Okay. This is slow. This is you just hanging out, letting your body heal. And while your body is healing, while you're not really pushing it so much physically, you're going to be searching from within and doing a lot of inner work on what you want to do next with your life, where you want to go, what business you want to go into, what job you want to take. It's all about reflection, and it's all about looking at things in a different perspective, a different way of doing things. It's almost like your body is like shutting down and taking a time out for you to get more mental instead of like push, right? And so that way, while you're sitting there, just relaxing, letting your body heal, making sure your energy is going to all of your pain points so they can heal, is that you're going to be writing stuff down. You're going to be looking what you want to do. You're going to be more reflective on what and making your move like almost like, what is your next move going to be? What's it going to look like? What do you want to do with it? What are the different ways you can do to make that happen, kind of thing. So a lot of it's going to be mostly just introspective for right now. Not a lot of movement. And when I say movement, I mean physical movement right now.
That's actually really dead on. I've actually been out of work since June of last year. And my surgery, it took forever for them to finally decide to do the surgery. And that was done the end of November. So I had spinal surgery. And since June, all I've been doing is doing that introspective work. I've been studying. I've been taking classes. I've been doing a whole lot of journaling. I have like 3 or 4 journals, like a tarot journal and a spiritual journal and a healing journal, and I can't remember what the other one was, but it'll hit me in a minute. But I'm actually doing a lot of that, and I've continued to do that this whole time because I'm a very active person. I don't like to just sit around, and having to be confined and not doing a lot of movement has like been killing me. So I just my mind active. So I'm a perpetual student as it is. I'm always learning. I'm always reading. I'm always trying to learn more about everything. So this has been a great opportunity to do nothing but sit here and learn.
This is what this card is. You sitting here reading and learning.
And it's funny. I pulled the Hanged Man too as well, Susie.
Oh, that's funny. See, we just talked about how great it is to have 2 tarot readers because we have huge confirmation from both ends. Is that it's so funny because you said back surgery, and this reminds me of like a person in traction further back.
Yeah. And I had cervical surgery. They actually had to cut in through the front of my neck, which has made me very because I have this like Jack the Ripper scar across the front of my neck. But the spinal surgery was done. I had to have a fusion of several vertebrae.
Yeah, my friend had that. It's really painful. But then we talked about this. Now is the time for you, like you said, to just not worry about your body healing so fast. You need to give it time. You need to just hang out, sit back, relax, and just be leisurely for once in your life, right? While your body heals, because your body's going to need time. Don't push it. Just let it heal by itself. Give it time. But on the other side, when you come out of that energy, the hangman and the whole pentacle energy of being pretty, sitting pretty, you know, just relaxing. Once the doctor says, all right, you're cleared, you can go back to work, you're all about work. You're going to be all about making up for lost time. You're going to be busy manifesting the stuff that you thought about and that you worked on while you were just basically just in traction, waiting for your body to heal. You're going to be ripping and roaring. You're going to be busy working, making that money. But you're not going to, oh, Rolly's here. Hi, Rolly. You're not going to be able to make it, this money, if you don't let your body heal properly and give it time to heal properly. So don't push it. Okay?
Okay.
Well, let me see what goddess card I have for you. Does that make sense?
It does. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, because I know that you're like, I want it to be over with. I want to get going. I got so much stuff I gotta do.
I feel like it's been since June. I need to this needs to move faster, but it doesn't.
It's not. Unfortunately, your body's still healing, and no, it's not. You just have to give it.
And think about it this way, because the hanging man for this deck is a praying mantis chilling upside down. Think of it this way. It's a really funky analogy, but this is how I always think of praying mantises. The female, after her and the male, do the coupling thing.
Mm-hmm.
She usually eats the male.
Yep.
Because she's pregnant and she needs nourishment. Now, I'm not saying to eat the man in your life. I'm saying more in the fact of you have given and given and given and given. Mm-hmm. And now it is time for you to take what nourishment you need out of your life. You've been physically put into this situation that you have to stop and actually take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. And not only that, but it's a part of your womanhood, which makes sense for a praying mantis. Mm-hmm. So it's like you need to get in touch with not only your body healing as well, but there's spiritual healing that happens as well when it comes to major surgeries like that. Mm-hmm. So definitely, even though it sucks to be patient, definitely take it easy and allow yourself to be lavished with that self-care.
Mm-hmm. That's what this is.
I'm definitely trying.
Mm-hmm. And the goddess card that I had for you, which is funny, which is Lilith. Love Lilith. The story. If you don't know the story of Lilith, not what you people have told you or what you've heard, you need to research here. But especially when you're during this downtime, go look up Lilith. She is an amazing goddess. She is a goddess of transformation, but she's also a goddess of power, and she's also a goddess of, what is the word? I don't want to think. Well, it's kind of like me, non-submissive, but I don't even think non-submissive is a word. Being her own woman and not letting people tell
dominating.
Her. Yeah. Dominating the situation. And not letting people tell her what she should and shouldn't do. Nonconformist. Lilith. Awesome goddess. I love Lilith. She's my favorite too.
Think of it also from this perspective. All the cards that Susie pulled and the ones that I pulled from you, all the actual characters of the cards are not in body positions that are submissive. They're standing up, or they're in such a relaxed position, even sitting down, they still dominate the scene. So correct. Even though everyone around you seems to be moving and doing things and getting a lot of things done, you are still the commanding one in the room. Not just because of your health reasons, but also just by your energy and your presence, because you're working on so much internal work, especially because you're in my academy and you're doing all kinds of energy work in there. Mm-hmm. So definitely think of it that way as well, that even though it feels like you're not doing anything and you're sickly and everybody's going to take care of you and all these bad things are happening, you are actually making such a huge impact for everybody else that laying down flat is not what you're doing. You're really working your ass off still, even if you're not physically moving. So you are vital.
Look at, what's his name, Hawkins guy. How powerful.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking. He died today. I love Stephen Hawking. So he wasn't very mobile, and look how powerful he was and smart he was. You know, if you want to compare that. So yeah, don't let that immobility hinder you from moving forward, because you know you can do a lot with your mind.
Definitely. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
Super welcome.
All right, so Molly is next.
Yes, and hello to the two people who popped in.
Yeah.
I saw you.
Rolly
and Ann. Hello.
Rolly and Ann.
Hi.
Welcome. All right, let's see if we can get Molly here.
Yes, Molly's here. How can we help you, Molly? What would you like a reading on?
Let's see.
Let's see. Let me open chat so I'm able to see it a little better.
I don't see anybody from chat recently.
Yes, she just said yes.
Okay.
Let's see.
She might be typing. There she goes.
Yes, she says she's been going through a mind, body, spirit transition. Okay. What's going on? Is it just trying to cope with that, or is something extra going on? I want to break through this year.
Okay.
Okay. We can definitely help with that. I love spiritual questions. Let's see. Like half of me is go with your bliss and your dream, and the other one is probably practical and it's arguing with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ego versus higher self. Exactly. You know, the funny thing about that, when it's really, because you said you're going through this transition, it's really your intuition battling with the voice in your head that likes to argue with it. So it's really more about the logic, the left side of your brain versus the right side of your brain, where your intuition is like, nope, go this way because it's a good idea. Which that's pretty much what's happening, because I have the compass here. So you are really just trying to find your path again, and just trying to figure out which direction to go. The answer is always your intuition. Always follow your intuition, because it's never going to lead you astray. Because it's usually when we argue with our intuition that we get led astray. Another thing to keep in mind, yes, you're definitely going through a transformation, because I have the coffin here. So it's a death you've seen coming. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of going through it. Let's see. You sent a message. Let me see. She's been trying to start her own business as well. Okay. So when you finish with this transformation of yours, that's when everything is also going to fall into place when it comes to your business as well. Mm-hmm. That's when that inspiration is going to kick in. Mm-hmm. And it's a good thing that you did talk to us, because I have the owls here, and that's usually seeking wise counsel to go on the path of the self, what Molly says. Okay, so yeah, follow your passion. If you're having fun, go that way. It's not a bad thing to have fun and make money and enjoy what you do for a living. I do this full time. Mm-hmm. I sit here and I play with my cards all day, and I help people with their lives, and it's awesome. Definitely do it. You are also incredibly fertile right now. Got the Ace of Crystals here. So fertile in the sense of ideas and things flowing. This is like if the Empress had a baby and it turned out to be a panda. That's pretty much what this is. All about manifestations and prosperity. You are key right now. If you follow your bliss, follow it, and you will be happy. You will be good.
It's interesting because all of that falls into exactly the cards that I pulled. Exactly. We have the Eight of Cups for you, which is you walking away from things that no longer serve you. You figuring out, I'm tired of this path, this life. I've got to leave it behind and follow my own path and do my own thing. So it's cups, so it's more female energy with more intuitive work. Instead of like, I don't know, being a banker kind of thing, it's more artistic female type of energy that you want to go into. So this is pretty much you leaving stuff behind and making your own way. You got to.
It's funny. I've got the Fool on the bottom of the deck.
Yeah, starting over.
Yep. You're starting over.
And this is why I love doing tag team, because it just solidifies everything. I've been doing tarot for a long time, and Rachel has too, but it still blows my mind. Every day I'm like, well, shit,
Well, okay.
There you go. And sometimes tarot is in your face, like, okay, can't argue with you. But you got the Hermit card, which is where you need to be now, which is taking some time out, being by yourself, and really seeking what you want to do. And see that little owl right there in the tree, which is about knowledge, enlightenment, which is what Rachel got too. She got a little owl for you. So now you've got to look within yourself, take some time out, like I said, and really do some meditation on what your next move is. And seeking knowledge is huge with this, the Hermit card. And remember, Rachel said you need to follow your path, follow what you love to do, because when you do that, you're going to be the star of your show. You're going to be so imbalanced. You're going to be as above, so below. You're going to be in the limelight. People are going to follow you. You're going to let your light shine. Only if you follow this path that you want to create for yourself. But, someone else popped in. But it's interesting because Rachel got the little fertile earth, kind of fertile myrtle kind of card. And I got the goddess card for you, which is earth, which is nurturing and growing and being sweet and being kind and growing your garden and fertilizing your thoughts and planting your seeds and being a caregiver and taking care of your spiritual path and letting that grow.
And it's funny, all these cards you're getting are feminine. You've gone out there, you've plowed the field, you've put in the heavy labor and moved all the weeds around and all that kind of stuff. Now you just need to sit back, relax, and water it. And take care of it and make it your baby.
Yep. And it's all female energy, so it's more like toward the healing, intuitive type of artist, pottery, something that has to do with that kind of energy.
Where you have fun and you're creative and you're flowing.
Yeah.
That's Hestia, Vesta, Persephone, Kali, Modron, my girl Modron, mother energy.
Bridget.
All of that.
Yep. So you got to follow your path, and you got to follow what makes you happy, because it's definitely there for you. You just got to follow your dreams.
Yep. Follow the star. And the key about the star also, the star comes after the tower. You've had a huge boom and a huge existential crisis or epiphany or something in your life that has caused a lot of rubble. So now's the healing part.
Yep.
So.
And what's interesting about the star card is almost, if because we're pretty well-rounded people, we know a lot of stories. This is almost like you're following your dreams and making your dreams happen. And sometimes the path can be wonky. It may not be a straight line to your dreams, but you're still chasing your dream. It's like almost like the Star of Bethlehem and the three wise men, where they follow the star, the northern star. They know that that's their dream where they're supposed to be at. They just don't know exactly how they're going to get there. But they're still going to get there. It may take them forever. But that's what I always think about. Following your dream and your star. Cool.
Awesome. Well, if you have questions about that, Molly, feel free to pop them up. We're more than happy to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So next was Tammy, right?
Yep.
And it was Tammy that came in and out. She came in on video.
Oh, she is. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. What's going on?
My question is, I'm ready to launch my business, but I feel really fearful of something. And I think I know what it is. It's just, I don't know, I'm just feeling ready to launch it, and I'm just questioning myself, if that makes sense. And I'm just trying to figure out what the next step is. Like, I know, quick questioning myself, just launch it, but I don't know what's holding me back.
Okay.
So you want to
definitely take a look.
Yeah, we'll look at what fears you have and what blocks and see what we got to do to move you forward.
Are you in a relationship? I believe you're married, right, Tammy?
Yes.
Is everything going okay with him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, the only reason I asked that is because bottom of the deck we have Mr. Notebook from our jokes for yesterday.
I know, right?
And then I also have the ring here, which is usually for relationships, but I feel like it's a fear of commitment towards your business. Of, if I start this and I launch this and then people buy it from me, then all of a sudden there's this, holy crap, I have to coach this person for X amount of time. Or, oh my God, I'm actually worth this price. Are you guys crazy? Why are you buying from me? Because you know the direction you want to go, which you got the compass as well, and you have gone through your personal trials and tribulations because you also got the whip, but it's a matter of if you want to commit to it. Because you can come up with the ideas and you can sit in that creative vortex as long as you want, and no one will judge you because it's just there in your mind or on your notebook or things like that. But as soon as you put it out there to the world, then the thought of copywriting comes into mind, and audiences, and who's going to come buy it, and all the technical stuff then scares you. Do you feel like you're getting some of that?
All of that. You just hit like the nail on the head. It's just like the light bulb. Right? It's like everything you said was exactly what I've been dealing with in my own mind. Right? It's like questioning. That's the biggest thing. Am I qualified to coach people? You know, it's like, but then it's there, right? It's like, I feel, and my day job is what I do is help people, but why can't I do it on my own, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I feel like with that thought in your head, thinking that why me, it's leading you through a little bit of an existential crisis right now, because I have the Tower here. For this deck, which is a chameleon all of a sudden being hit with the light. So he's all of a sudden got to change into something else in order to blend in and survive. So I feel like that's what your natural instinct is to do, is to blend into the couch and don't notice me until I decide to poke my head up, and then I will go back into it. So, which is fine because you're just a passive personality, but then at the same time, your fire side has to come out a little more, and we already talked about today how you don't have the fire, so you got to force yourself to have that masculine fire, and I think that's the scariest part.
Well, my day job, some of it conflicts with the energy work and the kind of stuff I want to do for my provide service, right? So I walk this fine line because I work in mental health, and then I want to be on the woo-woo side of things, right? So it's in my mind, it's such a conflict all the time, right? So, because I don't want to be put back into the hospital, you might say, right? If they look at me decompensating with my mental health, right? Just because I talk about this stuff or I share it with others, right? So.
Yeah, and I know exactly what you mean. I've been in the hospital as well. So you're not crazy.
Oh, I know I'm not crazy.
You're 100% valid. I think it's just getting out of other people's heads and what they've been saying for so long, and then moving into that, I don't care. I'm going to be a beautiful butterfly over here by myself if I have to.
Yeah.
That metamorphosis is happening right now, so it's making me freak out a little bit.
And I could feel my leg coming out, as you say, butterfly. My legs are coming out. They're ready to land, right? It's just like, and it's like, it's there. I could see it and feel it, right? So that's kind of like the way I feel is like my legs are like kicking out of the cocoon, right? It's just now I just have to burst out of there, right? So
exactly.
Correct. Well, it's interesting because here's what I've got for you is you're pretty much afraid of the limelight. You're afraid of people coming to you and looking at you like a guru, right? Helping these people, you're like you said, who am I qualified to help you? It's all about people trying to seek you out for advice and help, and people like, you've transformed my life, you've helped me, but you're afraid of the attention that is going to get you. But this is also a wand. This is fire. Remember we talked about you needing to get fire? But you're very much afraid of being the leader and being the person that people come to for advice. You're afraid almost to be on the stage of life. Pretty much. So we got to get you out of that. But look at all the people that you are helping when you do. When you step into their power, look at all the people that are surrounding you, asking for you. Help me, help me, help me. Get out of my rut. How can I heal? What can I do? So you've got the healing power to do it. You just got to step onto the stage and take, your power and do it. But you are so, let's see, this is a 10 of wands. So it's good because you're at the end of this cycle. 10s are always the end of a cycle. There, you got a lot of stuff on your mind, a lot of burdens that you're thinking of. You're almost like you're going to carry all this stuff uphill. And you're not going to last long. You've got to put some of this stuff down. Okay? Whether you're thinking about technology woes, whether you're thinking about family, you have to delegate some stuff. Because this is what I call a housekeeping card. It's almost like if your house is on fire, you only had 5 minutes to get in there and grab the stuff you need. Okay? You can't carry it all anymore. You've got to let go of just the stuff that you need. You've got to delegate. You've got to let people know that, hey, I can't do this anymore. You're going to have to take over it. Can you help me? You've got to start putting some of this stuff down so you can run up that hill with ease to where you want to go in your life and put some of the burdens down. Because right now you're like really heavy with burdens that are keeping you from moving forward. Okay. But the good thing is we've got 2 great cards for you, which is pretty much you're on a new path. Page of Pentacles, right? This is new messages, new kind of like offerings, new job opportunities, new things that has to do almost with money.
Student,
yeah. Okay, so you're pretty much like, which way do I go? What's my life path? You're kind of at a crossroads right now. Okay. But it's also the Son of Pentacles, which is very stable in stability and groundedness, earthly possessions, right? Remember we talked about you having too many burdens? So you need to go on your new path. But it's interesting because we have the goddess for you is the Ace of Cups. In this case, it's the Ace of C's. So this is brand new. The universe is like offering you a brand new start in life, a brand new path, a brand new connection with yourself or a partnership or a business, very intuitive. So this is the universe offering you your cup runneth over if you go down this path. You just got to do it. You can't be afraid of this anymore.
No.
And you hit it right the nail on the head, Susie, with that 10 of Wands. The key to the 10 of Wands is you're superwoman already.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time for you to tell people, go pick up the broom, because I can't carry it up this hill by myself anymore. Mm-hmm. You need to go do this. You need to help me with this. And that, get over the stage fright by learning to let people help you as well. And there's no shame in having to put down a couple wands so someone else can help you, because you both get to the top and you both are victorious. You know,
it's almost like you're bearing a cross or something with these. Amber alert. Hold on. Okay, I know. Amber alert, San Antonio. Okay. So yeah, it's almost like a cross or a burden that you're carrying that you need to release and let go. So you could
that be like family issues? Like
it could be very well. Mm-hmm. Anything that deals with your passion and creativity or smothers it, or anything, because wands are fire, right? So anything with your 3 bottom chakras, your solar plexus where your confidence is, your sacral chakra where your pleasure is and where you have fun and imagine, or your root chakra, which are your foundations. Family is all in those areas.
Especially when you say that whole thing about passion, right, which is your wands, but then Rachel pulled the handsome man and the
ring underneath.
So it's almost like if you are lacking the woo-hoo in the bedroom,
which can be the whip, by the way. It can be the whip, by the way. So if you have to close the door and put on a bunch of horns and dance out to some Britney Spears for a second and just have fun by yourself and engage your sacral chakra and have some pleasure in yourself, then you might have to do that. To get in touch with yourself again.
Get in touch with yourself.
That kind of makes sense too, because I'm just trying to figure out where it kind of fit in. And my New Year's intention this year was to have more fun, because I'm always like kind of stuffy, you know, like serious about life.
Wear lots of orange and yellow and smile and one easy tip.
Every time I wear an orange shirt, everybody says it looks great on you. Why don't you wear that color more often?
Wear lots of oranges. Another thing that you can also do if you really want to force it, it's kind of like making a vision board, but you take a sticky note, look in the mirror, and write down what you love about yourself on it.
Affirmations.
And how you feel, and put it on the mirror. And then every time you feel super low or you feel like you're carrying too many wands up the hill, go read them. It really helps. I used to do this for anxiety and depression, but it helps with anything. If you want to improve your magical workings, your psychic development, reading, your business, anything like that, it can help the situation.
Okay. Yeah, makes lots of sense. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you, Tammy.
Welcome.
Thanks for letting us read for you.
I will be right back. I gotta go get a charger. But I saw Akai came on and Rolly just had to hop off, I think.
Rolly's on. Anne's on. Rolly or Anne, did you want a reading? Because Tammy was the last one on my list.
I'd like one.
Oh, who was that? Anne? I couldn't see.
Anne.
Okay. And, all right, we're going to wait for Rachel to come back so she can tune into you for your questions so that way you don't have to repeat it twice. Okay. Oh, Kai's here too. Kai just popped on. How many people we got on here? Okay, yeah, Kai. She's new too. Oop. So we're gonna wait for Rachel to get plugged in so she doesn't die.
Okay. Hi guys. Hang on. Look at the other day. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Because it's better to do this way than to have the stream cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Okay.
Let's read the chat. We can read the chat while you get ready. Let's see. Awesome. Thank you. Oh my God. Amazing. Thank you, ladies. It makes so much sense. And then Kai. Sorry, you look nice tonight, Rachel. Aw, doesn't she look so cute?
Thank you, Kai.
And Rolly, have a great night. I just finished journaling, so thought I'd jump on and listen for a few minutes, even though I know how it works. It still amazes me how both of you pick up the same thing. That's why we're really good at Tag Team Tarot. Exactly. Missy is, I set alarms on my phone that pop up periodically through the day with affirmations. Good. That's a good thing. That's a really good idea. And then Kai just was curious what fabulousness you two are up to, just listening in while I scroll. And that's the last of it. And then Anne wants a reading. So we are now going to connect with Anne.
Hello. How can we help you, hon?
I'm trying to let go of the past so I can move forward, and I'm having trouble getting rid of stuff that's in my storage unit, and I get like anxiety and panic and stuff over it. So I'm just wondering how I might work through that so I can get that cleared out.
Okay.
And do you mean your physical storage unit or emotional storage unit?
My actual physical storage unit.
Okay, I just wanted to double check in case it was a metaphor.
Well, it's probably both, actually. But
okay, well, let's see. Steps to clear out your storage unit.
I've never actually had someone ask me that question before. How do I clean out my storage unit?
There's a first for everything. That totally works.
I don't know. I'm the same way, though.
First of all, everything in your storage unit, well, actually a good bit of it might be damaged. Because I got mice here.
Ah.
And that's pretty self-explanatory there. Because mice like to go in and eat it, all your stuff. Mm-hmm. Sorry if I get super close to the camera. I don't have a thing plugged in for the mic. One thing that will help, check and see if anybody at work can help you to clear it out, or if they even want to buy anything that's left over from the salvage afterwards.
Shut up, Rachel. Shut the front door. Okay,
what?
I had to say it because, yeah.
We on point. It must be psychic.
Yep.
But when you do clear out all that space, it's kind of like, I like to use this metaphor where when you have all kinds of gunk in your cellar and you're trying to bring in new wonderful things into your life, but there's stuff molding and rotten in there, and you can't put your fresh preserves next to mold, otherwise it'll be bad. This is kind of that thing where once you clear out all the stuff in there and really check in with somebody at work, because between the 19th and the 25th of this month, you should be able to get it all cleared out and it'll no longer be an issue for you. Once it's all out, I've got clovers. So lots of luck and abundance will be flowing into your life as soon as it's all gone. And all that stress is going to melt away. But you gotta ask somebody for help to clear out all this stuff. One thing I will say here, I got the 8 of Acorns, which is the 8 of Wands, typically. And wherever you direct your energy, put it all towards one source and it'll get done. So make it your goal for the rest of this month to clear out this storage space,
Mm-hmm.
and you will be just fine. It'll get done, and all that abundance will come into your life. Can you hear me okay?
It's a little low, Rachel.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Yeah, it's a little low.
Okay, sorry. So basically what I was saying is focus all of your energy towards getting this cleared out by the end of this month. Between the 19th and the 23rd, you will be just fine. It'll be done. Just go to work, ask somebody for help. They will help you clear out any damaged items and anything that you don't want anymore, and you will have nothing but prosperity and abundance afterwards. Even money that you didn't even think was going to be coming in, that is completely unrelated to your storage unit, will be flowing into your life after this. Does that make sense?
Thank you.
Awesome.
So, Anne, do you want the long story or the short story?
Long story.
The long story. You got to sell it. You've got to get in there and actually, this is the card of Pentacles, which is all about your money and finances, right? Aces are brand new beginnings. So you've got lots of hidden money in your storage unit that you need to sell. Okay. Have you gone through all of it to see what the worth of it is? Do you have any valuables in there that you think are like antiques or?
Not that I know of. I don't remember putting any valuables in there.
Do it.
Go through it and start selling them off. But here's the thing, though, is that what you do with that money is about giving back to charity. So even if you don't need the money or you feel like, I don't want to make any money off this, you need the motivation to get that stuff cleared out. So your motivation is whatever I sell, what money I make from the storage, you're going to give to your favorite charity.
Well, I thought about donating like all the stuff because I don't want to throw it away.
Don't throw it away. Don't either donate it or sell it, or somehow you have got to give it to charity. Whatever your heart's desires, or do you want to sell it or just give it? That's going to be your motivation to go through it and get rid of it. Is giving it to charity or selling it and giving the donations to charity, the money to charity. But that's your motivation. Okay?
Thank you.
And it's interesting because you've got, didn't you get an 8 too, Rachel? Didn't you pull an 8 of wands? Yeah.
8 of wands right here.
And I've got the 8 of pentacles. So this, once you clear out the storage, and I hate to say this, but you're making more room for stuff. More stuff. Right? So it's going to clear your head. It's going to get you more motivated, to start working again on what you want to do. And it's going to get it's like a weight's going to be lifted off you so you can start moving again and making stuff happen. It's almost like you're making room for more stuff, which is probably not what you want to hear because you're trying to declutter, but that's what the cards say. But yeah, you've got to either sell it or donate to charity or whatever you need to do to get past that anxiety of getting rid of it is going to be the motivation that you're helping others and that you don't need it. How long has it been sitting in storage?
Like 3 years.
Oh, girlfriend, get rid of it. Get rid of it. You're holding on to like memories or attachments to that stuff or security. Start trying to declutter your life. It is amazing how much your flow and your brain will actually start to feel better once you get flow in and out of your life. I promise you. And when you declutter it, it's going to feel amazing to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
And for real, there is going to be a little bit of stuff that's damaged. Like, there is going to be some stuff that's damaged because I have the mouse here. But seriously, like, look at these cards. Got a 2. Got a 23. Got a 19th. February 19th to the 23rd, you're going to get all kinds of stuff flowing into your life. So seriously, like, get it done and it'll happen that quickly.
Yeah. Because I have the desires card for you, which is the 4 of water usually. Which one is 4 of seas? So you need to really connect with what your true desire is and your true reason is to get rid of these things and what you desire in your life, because what you desire in life, these things are keeping you from your true desire in life. If you're trying to attract the person that you want in your life and they're like seeing your house and your mind's not right and it's all cluttered, they're going to be like, ooh, no, I can't be with this person. Their stuff's too cluttery. Whatever it is, whatever your truest, highest desire is, right? It's keeping you from reaching this. So you've got to sell it, give it to charity, whatever it is, whatever you want to do that gets you motivated to get rid of it, you've got to do it. It's time. It's 3 years.
Yes.
I was going to ask, are you in a relationship?
I am not in a relationship, but this stuff is, I was in a bad relationship and I had to run away from him. So this is all emotional stuff that was in there. It's
security. It's your false sense of security. It's like, if he puts me out, where am I going to go? I'm not going to have a house. I'm not going to have any furniture. I'm not going to have any clothes. So that way, if it happens again, you have something to start over with.
Yeah, and this was on the underside of the deck. Sorry. This was on the underside of the deck. So it's roses. Yeah. Opening up and actually selling all of this stuff is going to open you up to a new relationship. So definitely get rid of it. Somebody is coming into your life.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yep. Declutter your mind and the rest will follow. Isn't that like an In Vogue song? Free your mind. Free your mind, right? All right. So let's see.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Anne. I hope that helped.
Yes.
So we got Molly. We got, I think Kai is the last one if Kai wants a reading. She hasn't said anything, so I'm not sure.
Let's see.
Let's look at the No, she said no. She's just watching. So, all right, I think we're done with readings. Okay, let's pull an oracle card. You want to pull an oracle card for the group?
Sure.
Let's pull my goddess oracle card. This is out of
I'll pop my headphones back in so you guys can actually hear me.
Yeah.
When I have the charger in, for some reason the mic's not that loud. But yeah, pull an oracle card and I'll pull a tattoo tarot card.
Yes! We want to see a tattoo tarot card.
Yes.
And I'm going to pull from the Wild Woman deck.
Awesome. Let's see.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you guys join us on our monthly moon activation group. We get lots of movement, lots of insights, lots of action.
Exactly. This month, just to give you guys a timeline, we meet on Saturday the 31st at 8:30 Mountain Standard Time, 9:30 Central.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, and we only have 9 spots that we're doing this month just to test it out. So be sure to contact one of us or we'll put up the info so you guys can actually get in on it.
Yeah, because we don't want to go over a certain amount of time, so we worked it out and we only have enough room for 9 people to get the activation and get the in-depth reading insights that they need.
Now if 20 people want to come in, we can do a morning session and an evening session.
We'll have to break it up. Yeah.
Yes, we'll have to break it up throughout the day or throughout that weekend because we do have 3 days to take advantage of the full moon. But at the moment it's just 9. So got to get in on it. Let's see. I have everybody getting new beginnings tonight. I got the Fool.
Ooh, I like that one. Look at the blindfold.
I know. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very Eight of Swords-esque.
Yeah.
And it's got a viper going up, about to bite her in the nose. Just complete, absolute trust.
Yeah, it's almost like one of those, what are those people in India, the snake charmers, where I have faith that you will not bite me.
Just absolute trust. And the undercard of this deck is Temperance. Look how intense that Temperance card is.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, that's really intimidating. It's got blood pouring in. I'd expect this to be Judgment, not Temperance.
That's true too, yeah. Awesome.
But yeah, so everybody, general card for the evening is the Fool. So everybody's going through new beginnings today. Everybody has their own personal homework that we've given them for them to work on. So from now until the the full moon this month, really start working on making new beginnings for yourself. And you guys have the tools, you have the structure, and have the game plan. You just need to do it. So don't worry about being blindsided and getting bit in the nose. Go for it.
And I pulled the number 14, if I can get this right. I'm going to read it to you first, though, because it's backwards in my camera. It's asking opens a pathway. When I ask questions of my inner being, I discover that beautiful and helpful answers always come to me. Because remember, there's a lot of us in the group today was like, which path do I go on? What do I do? Where do I go? I don't know. You guys need to ask your inner truth and yourself for answers. And they will never lie. Trust yourself.
Yeah, and sometimes the best path is to just pick a path. Stop sitting there rolling the dice. Just pick a path.
Pick it and go for it. It's not a wrong choice. It's never a wrong choice. Your choice is the choice that you're supposed to make.
Exactly.
So don't think of it.
Awesome. So I hope everybody had fun. This was incredibly fun.
And we hope to see you on the 31st, y'all.
Exactly. There will be a replay of this for anybody that had to leave early or wants to catch the beginning of it if you came in late. I will upload it and share Susie the link so you guys can actually view it. And then, will there be anything else? I know we were going to talk in a couple other groups.
Yeah,
but we will figure out exactly which ones.
Yeah. So you'll see us probably all over the spiritual Facebook. A lot of us are in the same group. So.
Exactly.
You'll see us. And tell your friends, say, hey, Joanne, look at this cool shit we got going on. We got to get in on this. Invite your friends. Say, hey, let's do it, let's get some wine together and just hang out on the couch.
Yes.
Get our tarot done.
Exactly. That's what I was just thinking. It's like, what's a better girls' night out than go and get your cards done, get your nails done, have some wine, and have an energy activation. Then it's just I'm zen. I'm good.
I know. And put that what is that? Oh, Practical Magic on TV.
Yes.
You'll be good. Midnight margaritas, because maybe by the time we get to you, it'll be time for midnight margarita.
Yes. I love it.
All right, that's it, folks. I'm out.
Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Hope to see you on the 31st. Bye.
Bye.